none of this is about justice. This is about power, and it's about people who are incompetent.
Mm-hmm. Look, I think you could be looking in the mirror on this one. You're right. It is about power, and it is about being incompetent. You have talked yourself into so many problems. But the question remains, why, when he was just as prominent as the other folks, why wasn't his arrest warrant approved? Why did the judge only approve 3 and none of the others? Well, we found out some things, folks. It turns out the magistrate judge is married. He's married to somebody who works in the Attorney General's office in Minnesota. In other words, as an assistant attorney general, the judge, his wife, the assistant attorney general, works for Keith Ellison. Oh, big shock. Ellison, who doesn't suddenly remember the FACE Act does apply to religious institutions and places of worship, who tried to use it before but suddenly doesn't remember it, goes on Lemon's show earlier this week and says, I don't know what they're talking about. You've got a First Amendment right to be in there. Of course you're right. Of course, Don. Of course you should be allowed in there. And then suddenly the magistrate judge whose wife works for Keith Ellison says, well, I don't think I'm going to approve Don Lemon. I know we got to throw up some sacrificial lambs. Let's just get the ringleaders. They all broke the law. Here's the Fox News story that tells us this very detail, the connection that shows that the magistrate judge, first of all, if he approved it for 3, it should have been approved for all, period. And I will tell you, Attorney General Pam Bondi is not going to sit back and just sit still for this. She is furious because every one of them needs to face their day in court because they all broke the law equally. Here's the story that lets us know that relationship.
Those 3 individuals who were arrested were some of the organizers of that anti-ICE protest at the church. But Fox News has learned that a federal magistrate judge shot down multiple arrest warrants that the Justice Department tried to get for other individuals who were also involved in that protest, including former CNN anchor Don Lemon. Sources confirmed to Fox the magistrate judge who blocked the warrants is named Douglas Miko, and his wife works as an assistant attorney general in Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison's office. A source close to U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi tells Fox the AG is enraged at the magistrate judge's decision and says DOJ is still pursuing charges against additional individuals related to that protest.
Yeah. So, once again, den of thieves. Oh, what a web we weave when first we practice to deceive, as Shakespeare said.